So the time is okay now, and thank you everyone for attending our webinar today. So normally we have a pretty good Mona to host the webinar, but and today unfortunately just two of us, and Mona is on the way actually. And sorry we don't have another pretty good to as a backup. So I hope next time. And firstly, we would like to thankful that all of you, most of you actually keep accompany with us during the past 2 months, attending our webinar for the platform instruction. And today we are very excited to start another series of the webinar. It's mainly talking about the products. So the first one is for lighting industry. And as you know, lighting has the most volume on Tuya platform or even the IoT industry, because lighting itself is a volume, is an industry with volume. And the first thing, we would like to share some marketing information that, as you all know, last year, Philips, they acquired ways to start the smart Wi-Fi device business. And also this year, recently, GE, they just sold their lighting business to a smartphone home company in US. The name is Savant. And what's more, in this year, from Europe, Ledvance and Iglo, they also started a business with Tuya. As you can see, all of the big guys, most of the big guys, they already started the smart lighting business, which is considered is a very promising industry in the future. So now let's start our content today. So our topic today is light up your smart life. So as you know, the lighting is not only just smart lighting is not only just light up your home or control a single device. Sorry, give me a second. My laptop is blocked, is stuck. Give me a second, please. Okay. So as you know, smart lighting is not only control a single device. So today we would like to introduce the content as 4 parts. The first one is to be smarter. And the second one is richness of the ecosystem. And the third one, we are going to talk about the roadmap and the milestone on the platform. And the last part will be the start product soon. And after that, you are free to discuss with our project team and the product team. So beside me is Luis from our project team, our project manager. And also outside the camera, actually we have a product team, Fifi from our product team and Carmen from business team. So the first one is to be smarter. As you know, smart lighting is not only just control a bulb, something like that. That is too simple. So the idea is to improve the life quality, refresh your spirit, comfort your sleep, improve the quality of the life, and also even it can protect your home. So how to do that? We are going to find later. And for the first part, I'm divided into 3 parts about things everywhere, automation, and multi-control of the device. And from here, I would like to bring you guys through different rooms, different locations in the house. So the first one will be the living room. We marked different kind of position with different kind of devices to bring some idea. For example, we can see some candle light, some track light, bulbs, table lamp, or remote controller. So from those kind of devices, you can set up as a different mode, like a daily mode, movie, relaxing, or party mode. So if you have any kind of party or some guests to come here as a relaxing mode, you can just set up in the app and also speak to the smart speaker. It's very easy. And the next one will be the bedroom. In the bedroom, we also mark some different places. So like the curtain model, the downlight, or spotlight, even a light strip. With those kind of devices, you can set up as daily mode, romantic mode, or warm mode. you can set up as a different colors or temperature or color temperature or brightness to build different kind of atmosphere to apply better for different scenarios. Imagine that. So in the early morning when you wake up, you don't need to go to the curtain to open it by hands. You just need to speak to the smart speaker. Good morning, Alexa, good morning, something like that. So the curtain will be opened automatically and some lighting will turn on or turn off as you like, as you set up in the app. Next one is the outdoor lighting. So we are presenting the outdoor lighting because we don't want to limit it just into the indoor lighting. So we bring outside. So from the outside lighting, we have the wall lamp or some lawn lamp or some other kind of like a LED strip, for example. So for the LED strip, let's take LED strip as an example. You can use it on the Christmas trees or for some parties or even barbecues. And also you can use a sensor to create some things or automation. When you step into the garden, the LED strip or some garden lamp will be turned on automatically. And this one, we talk a little bit for the commercial lighting. So as you know, Tuya is very strong for the residential market. And we are very excited to announce that just today, we released the international version of commercial lighting system. So if you have any business or some plan for commercial lighting, we are also, the platform is also ready for those kind of business, like spotlight or downlight or panel light. So the devices will not be a problem because we have which kind of categories and we are going to introduce later. So on this page, we are mainly talking about color temperature and 4 seasons, for example. So the spirit, the idea is to back to the nature, to feel more comfortable during the life, make lighting to improving the life quality. So for this kind of purpose, you can set up different kind of color temperature among 4 seasons. For example, in the winter, you can set up as a very warmer color temperature to feel a little bit warmer, and in the summer can be a little bit cooler. And for this page, it's very interesting function for me. So for example, when you get up in the morning or when you go to sleep in the night, so the lighting can be turned on or turned off gradually, not suddenly. So it will not disturbing too much when you wake up something. So, and this function is also available in the app. For here, we are mainly talking about the biorhythm. As you know, different hours in one day, we have different kind of temperature or even emotion. So for example, in the early morning before the sunrise, it's kind of cool, it's kind of cold. So the lighting can be lower brightness, but warmer color temperature. And in the night, it can turn into also a warmer color temperature, but it's more gentle for the color, more soft. It helps you to go to sleep. And in the noon, during the working time, you can set up as a cold color temperature to make you more calm down and more excited for the working. And for this part, we're mainly talking about the color. So different colors, you know, they can change different kind of emotions. The green color, they can comfort your spirit, and the red color, they can make people excited, and blue color, they can make people calm down. So among different purposes, you can set up also for the different things among different colors. And this part, we are mainly talking about the music rhythm. Later, we are going to show you a short video. So imagine that during your barbecue or some guests come to your house, you can use those kind of functions, even playing the music. As you know, most of the parts in the world, they are suffering from the COVID-19. So many people, they stay at home, but the life shouldn't be so boring. So you can use a LED strip or a string light, for example, when you play the music, having the barbecue. or even playing the games, you can use those kind of products to make the atmosphere better. And for this one, at the beginning, we mentioned that for the smart lighting can also be for security. So how to do that? The idea is that, so imagine that someone is still in some family member is still in the house, and most of you or all of you is on the vacation. So for those kind of condition, you don't want to some thief or some bad guys to think that nobody is nobody is at home, and all of you is actually on the vacation. So you can also set up the function for security purpose, like during which kind of hour or randomly you can turn on some lighting inside the house to make the atmosphere, or to make the people think there's still someone in the room, to achieve kind of a security purpose. And for this one, we are mainly talking about the smart speaker. As you know, for the smart speakers, you can control a single device, or you can control by the smart things. So like I'm back or good night. It can be working together for the interconnection together with all other devices on Tuya. So for example, the lighting can work with the smart lock or door sensor, for example. And during the night, when you go to the restroom, you can put a door sensor or put a magnet sensor under your bed, for example. So when you get up and stand, so the sensor will be activated and the lighting will be turned on. You can put a LED strip below your bed, for example. It's not so strong. And the idea is just using multiple devices to make life more convenient. And for this one, we are talking about the interconnection. So for example, the camera and also some other devices bring you some ideas. You can use a smart camera, the IP camera. So if the camera detects something abnormal, the lighting can working together to remind the abnormal things is happening. Like they can flashing with a red light to remind the neighbors or the family members. And also the lighting or some other devices you can also set up based on, for example, the 4 seasons or different hours or sunrise, sunset. And for this one, as you know, we are not limited to just control by an app or a smart speaker. You can also use like Siri or sensors or dimmer switch or remote controller, because different people, they prefer different kind of control methods. So for the old man, they maybe prefer a remote controller. For me, also sometimes remote controller is more convenient. So I can leave the remote controller just beside my bed. So every day when I go to sleep, I can just use the remote controller without finding my smartphone something. So all those kind of automation of things, or kind of voice control or application control, is making our life easier and smarter. So we do believe with those kind of effort, so the apartment or your house can know you better. So everything can be performed automatically without just speaking or just find the app control every time. So that's not necessary, and that's not the main purpose for the IoT. And for the next part is talking about the richness of the ecosystem. And I'm going to leave this part to Lois.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for Gavin to introduce the scenarios and the function of lightings. And next, I will introduce the richness of ecosystem. And first, we will introduce all category solutions of our smart lightings. And for smart lighting source, we can have bulbs, we can have filaments, and we can have lighting tube and lighting cups. And for indoor lightings, we can have floor lamps, ceilings, and lamps, wall lamps, and we can also have down lights and sports lights and lamps. And for outdoor lightings, since it needed to have more protection, we have different appearance of lightings. For example, we have long lamps to provide the lights for your plants. We can have wall lamps, we can have point lights, and we can have spotlights outdoors. And for lighting accessories, we can have, for example, dimmer to adjust the lighting to brightness of your lighting. And we can have scenes switch. You can preset a lot of different scenes of your lighting, so you can easily adjust the scenes by click the switch. And we can also have circuit breaker or breakdown to turn on or off your lightings. And we can also have a remote to control all the lighting directly. After introduce the category, next we will take a look of the modules. Now we have a new modules of Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, which you can use Bluetooth to have a quickly pairing of the device, and you can use the Wi-Fi to control the device. And we also have single Wi-Fi modules, which you are already very familiar with. And we have Zigbee modules, which is very suitable for whole house smart solutions. And we also have Bluetooth for some large scale solutions outside. And next we will compare between different protocols. For example, for Wi-Fi, it's more suitable for home lighting since it will no need for a gateway, just need to connect your devices to the Wi-Fi router directly. And the transmission rate of the Wi-Fi is very fast. And for Zigbee, it's more suitable for professional lighting, and it can connect 100 plus devices, and it just need to a Zigbee gateway. You can connect different devices to your room. For example, you can connect lightings, you can connect switch, you can connect a socket, you can connect some sensors. And for Bluetooth, it can connect for 120 plus devices. So it's more suitable for some small size commercial lightings. And the price for the Bluetooth is lower than Wi-Fi and Zigbee. And since now most of smartphones have Bluetooth, so you can connect your device to your mobile phone directly. Okay, now Tuya is trying to create a smart ecosystem. Now we are contribute of Wi-Fi airlines, and we are participate of Bluetooth airlines, and we are associate members of Zigbee Airlines, and we are also partners of Amazon and Google and Microsoft and Samsung SmartThings. Now our device is easy to connect to Alexa and Google Home and Microsoft and SmartThings. After we introduce our category, modules, protocols, and third-party platform, next we want to know how to create a product imported by Tuya. First, you need to log in our IoT development platform. Then you can start to create a new lighting and select a different function of your lighting. And next step, you can start to pick up beautiful UI panels for your lightings. And if the current design is not fit your requirement, it's okay. You can have your own design, just provide your design to us. We can help to customization for you. And next, after we finish the UI control panels, we can start to pick up modules which is suitable for your lightings and start to test the module and trial orders. And we also provide a lot of value-added services. For example, for the app, if you don't want to use Tuya Smart or Smart Life apps, we can provide an OEM app with your own name and icon. And we can also provide the service, for example, voice services. You can connect your lighting to Alexa or Google Home directly. And we also provide services for WWGA certification. So you can put a logo of Google in your package, which can help you sell more products. And we also provide service like product photos. And after everything done, you can start to selling your products. And all the data and the data analyzed, well, you can see in our platform. And the next time when you want to create a new product, you can create a new features or new UI panels based on this analyze. And all we introduced above is about lighting. But as you know, Tuya is a full category smart devices. Now we can not only provide lightings, we can also provide power accessories, for example, switch and sockets. We can provide security solutions for IPC, and we can also provide a lot of sensors which you can connect together with the lighting to let them work together. And all these devices just need to one app to connect them all. Okay, here I introduce some partners from other markets. The first two line is some domestic brands factory, and in the bottom there are some overseas brands. For example, we have Ludwans, we have Genie from American, and we have Global from Canada, we have Fit. They are all focused on lighting and doing a great job. And next, I will introduce some milestones and roadmap in recent 2 years. In Q3 of 2019, we launched the Bluetooth mesh solution. And in Q4 of 2019, we launched the commercial lighting source. And in 2020, we will launch multi-protocol system. We already released the Wi-Fi Bluetooth combo chips. And we also released 2.5, 4G and 5G dual brand chips. And in 2021, we will plan to launch LAAP system. Okay, next, I will introduce some new features which we plan to achieve in the future. Since the Bluetooth can provide the location, we can achieve indoor location in following area. First, we can push some message in business area, which product allows you, based on your position. And you can easily find your goods in warehouse based on location. And you can easily find your car in car parking area. This is another feature we want to work together with the Bluetooth wearable devices. Since the Bluetooth wearable devices can get your position. When you go into bedroom, it can turn on the bedroom. When you leave in the bedroom, it can turn off the bedroom lights of bedroom, so it can save the power. And since the device can get the heart rate from you, and so we can adjust the lighting based on your heart rate. Okay, next I will give back to Gavin. He will start to introduce some new products.
Okay, thank you, Luz. We hope that our speech didn't make you too boring. So next part, we are going to introduce some of the products we think very attractive. And the first series is Bob series. So as you can see in the picture, they have a very fantastic design. It's just like a firework. So that's the same as the name. I think they can be used not only for the home, but also for some commercial use, like in the stores or in the bars, some other some other places. And we originally want to present the products through the video, but due to the camera video quality and the network, we think it's not pretty enough as original it is. So I just took a picture in this afternoon in our office as a reference for you. So it's taken from a very normal mobile phone. It's not through Canon or Sony the cameras. It's just a normal camera. So as you can see, even with that, it's very beautiful. And imagine that you can use it for some parties or for some other scenarios in the bars or something like that. So maybe you can tell me more purpose they can be used. And second one is also a firework bulb. And this one, before the webinar, I was thinking about the name, how to make a perfect name for this bulb, but I failed because it's really hard to describe. It's not a normal filament. It's kind of a glass bulb, but inside it has a glass light guide material. So the light source is on the bottom. So as you can see, they can be changed to different colors and brightness, even warmer or color, the color temperature. So later we can show you some samples for these three devices. Okay, so for the first one, as the name it's like a magic bulb on the hand. So for those kind of devices, it's really new for me. And I do believe those kind of devices can be very hot selling on, for the online market or some new markets for both home and commercial use. Yeah, this one is similar. Yeah. And we have the third one. So the normal filament is not with a colorful design, is they just have brightness and color temperature difference. And I assume that most of you are suffering a lot for a totally same products for the smart bulb. They only have the cost and the size difference for the users. But I do believe for a better life quality or to be more attractive, we need some strategic products to hit the market. And I do believe those kind of new stuff is a right option for you. And here I find some pictures online. It's mainly for string light and LED strip series. So for those kind of devices, it's also hot selling on Amazon, for example. So you can make some decoration for your house or even for your room, your closet, or different position on the roof or even on the wall. This is some picture I shoot in the afternoon, and here's a very short video. So for example, for the LED strip, you can put inside the closet and also around your wall. And for those kind of string light, so you can put in the plant or even as a gift. For example, I was thinking that, for example, my wife's birthday is coming, so I have sent the flowers, the physical real flowers,